First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. Well, now how about this return? And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. A give to Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second and a couple, Rodgers. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They go back to the ground with Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. The kick by Crosby is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's It's third down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Now Winston. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, the Saints bring on their new punter for 2021, Blake Gillikin, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. First and 10. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Jones. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. But Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often, because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 40 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Rodgers. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead grows to 10-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball. But surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Rodgers going to throw. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. Here's Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Devin Funchess there to make the grab. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. On play action, Winston. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return comes Cobb. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's Winston. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this one complete, right side to Funchess. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Here's Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown. Funches. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Crosby with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Thomas, the intended target, and it's second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Final play of the half here, Winston. This one swung out to Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Winston. Well, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Winston now. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing. Winston. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again to Jones. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Caught left side by Funchess. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And he is going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Again, it's Jones. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They go play action. Winston. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Dillon now on 1st and 10.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw.
He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point try now for Crosby. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's complete. Kamara.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
And how about for Alvin Kamara? Another great year that he's coming off of as an all-around player, but especially as a pass catcher. 81 receptions each of his first 3 NFL seasons. Last year added 2 more to finish with 83, the most by any running back in the NFL. An awfully dangerous man in the open field.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
On the ground, Kamara. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And the Saints not only missing Drew Brees from last year, they also lost their top tight end, Jared Cook, to the Chargers. It's a tight end. It's a position in flux. But that's a nice grab there to pick up the first down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Packers, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This.
And when he has tried me, I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?